Good morning, you guys. We're on day 5. So it's December 5th, 2025, and we're on day 5 of praying and fasting our way through the book of Luke to Christmas Eve. Luke chapter 5 is a good one. There's stuff in there that, like Jesus meeting Simon, Peter, Simon not catching any fish. Jesus tells him to put his nets in the water one more time and catches a bunch of fish. The paraplegic that gets let down through the roof, and Jesus heals him because of his friend's faith. Having dinner with tax collectors and sinners, meeting Levi, aka Matthew. And the last couple chapters, the last couple paragraphs talks about fasting. Why is it that John the Baptist is fasting and Jesus is having dinner? So it kind of goes through those kind of stories in chapter 5. So the fasting plan, if you're following along with me today is just a breakfast day. So we are going to be fasting lunch and dinner. So to give a little insight, if you've been following along, you probably have picked up on the rhythm. But today is just breakfast. Tomorrow is no meals. So we're fasting all day, water, coffee, and tea. All acceptable, obviously. We're not putting anything in those things. So black coffee, black tea, water. So today is the start of a 48-hour fast. The next meal, if you're following along with me, is going to be on Sunday morning. I like to eat by 9:30 because I'm trying to not eat until Sunday until 9 or 9:30. So there's the idea behind that. Is a full 48 hours of fasting. There's a lot of cool things that happen for your body when you're not putting anything in there for 48 hours. A lot of rejuvenation that happens. And again, this is not easy. 48 hours, this is the plan I came up with, and I'm sure I read about it or saw it somewhere. So this isn't necessarily an idea original to me, but I think it's harder to go a full day of Friday and Saturday of not eating. So this is I really feel like I'm just fasting all day Saturday, when in reality we are getting in 48 hours. So I get to eat on Friday, I get to eat on Sunday. I'm just fasting a full day on Saturday, but it is still 48 hours. I hope that makes sense. So if you did fast with me, the last 48-hour fast from Tuesday to Thursday, you know that it's hard. When your body's hungry, it's like, yeah, it's time to eat. And the other thing that the hard thing is that I look forward to a meal. I look forward to eating dinner with my husband, and so I know that I'm not missing out. I still have his company, but it's definitely hard to smell dinner and be like, that one's really good, let me smell that, come here. But not have a meal. So that's been something too, but it's good. It's good to practice that discipline and being able to say no. Missing a meal is not going to kill me. Missing 2 meals is not going to kill me. So yeah. And so when we are hungry, just leaning into Jesus. After you read Luke chapter 5, sit quietly for 2 to 5 minutes. I'm not trying to make this an unattainable thing, For somebody like me, I can't sit that long in the beginning especially, so I'm not trying to make this time that we're sitting and being quiet terribly long. And then again, I encourage a prayer walk, just 10 to 20 minutes of walking with no headphones and talking to Jesus or being quiet. It's really wet in the Pacific Northwest right now. I love to get outside and walk. I do a prayer walk almost every day outside, but it's too wet. So I'll be doing that on the treadmill today. And then if you want to go longer, you know what I mean? I'll do longer. And after I've been quiet, I really enjoy working out to worship music. So anytime I'm working out, running or lifting weights or, walking, and I've spent quiet time with God, I like to listen to worship music when I work out. So if you haven't tried that, I encourage you to try it. Who knew I would be so fired up listening to worship music? This is a whole new Bridget. So anyways, yep, that's the plan for today. Luke chapter 5, get a prayer walk in if you can, sit quietly for 5 minutes if you can, and fast lunch and dinner if you're following along. And if you are inspired to follow along but aren't committed yet, I think I will probably be doing this again in January through the book of Mark is what I'm thinking. So, you know, it's good to have an idea of what I will be doing. The rhythm of the fasting 1 meal, fasting 2 meals, fasting 3 meals, fasting 1 meal, fasting 2 meals, fasting 3 meals. So yeah, let me know if that's anything you are interested in doing with me in January. And if you are following along, let me know how that's going for you. I will see you tomorrow.